Good morning, fellow truth seekers. It's a great day in heaven. Thought I'd change it up. I know each one of us has trials and tribulations because Jesus says, in this world, you shall have tribulations. In fact, that's what I want to talk to you about today. Did you start your day right? Did you start your life right? Did you start anything right? In fact, if we look at it from man's point of view, we start everything, hopefully, in the biggest light. And then we move to darkness. But that's not what Jesus does. That's not what God does. God starts with darkness and brings light. So everything in your life probably started bad, wrong, or not of God. So in that, fellow truth seekers, let's go back to the very, very beginning. In the beginning, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. Does that sound like a good beginning to you? No. But what does God do? It says the Holy Spirit hovered over the waters, and God said, let there be light. So then he says the evening and the morning were the first day. That's right. The evening and the morning. So our day starts in darkness and finishes in light. Man doesn't do it that way. Man goes from light to darkness, from good to evil. As you look through time, Adam and Eve were good. They went to evil. Everything in man has gone from good to evil. Example, as I just mentioned, is Adam's sin, right? That's what he did. So if you think you can help God make your life better, look what Adam did. He just made it worse. But Jesus made it better and brought to Adam and all of us the redemption story. Now everyone starts off now, thanks to Adam, as a sinner. Yep, you're a sinner, I'm a sinner, everybody's a sinner. We know that because it says all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. Now, did your life start off good? There's many stories of where it didn't. Did your family start off good? There's lots of Bible examples. I mean, even Abraham, was his family good? Did your marriage start off good? Did your business start off good? Now, Abraham's family started off bad. You know what? God says, Abraham, you got to move. You got to leave. You got to go to a different land. You got to leave your family. So, Abraham does it. But Abraham made a few mistakes following God's plan. Few mistakes following God's plan. Pardon me, brothers, sisters, I had something get in my eye. So now, Abraham lies about his wife. That's healthy, right? Very healthy. And then he lies about her again. And then he takes another wife. Because he's always trying to help God make things better. Are you tempted to help God make things better? And some of our psychology and some of our teachings make it man's problem. I've been guilty of that. Well, that person was born in a bad family, so they're just damaged goods. They're just injured. Well, we all are. We all are. So then, after Abraham takes another wife, then he has a split family and trouble that has impacted the world forever. That was a really good decision, Abraham. Thank you for making God's promises to you come true. Well, no, he really didn't. So then, the next thing after Abraham, his son Jacob wanted the blessing. No, his grandson, excuse me, wanted a blessing. So he stole it. So he was called the deceiver. Is that a good life to start? Is that a good family to come from? No. And then, as Jacob goes along, guess what? He then ends up finding a woman he loves. Sounds great. But he gets tricked and deceived, and he marries Leah first. Now, we always talk about Jacob's point of view. Can you imagine how Leah felt? Not loved, not even wanted, and then always to play second fiddle to Rachel. That's just mean. But look what God does to that terrible situation. Leah has Judah, and Judah is the lineage from where Jesus comes. So from the unloved woman comes the heritage of Jesus. Can you imagine, fellow truth seekers? God can do anything. For he says, with me, all things are possible. All things. So, not only was it a bad situation, it was built on lies and deceit. But guess what? God made miracles come from bad situations. Right? If you think that you need to begin all your decisions in the light, how can you? We're all sinners. Oh, no. I was a sinner. Now I'm helping God save me. That's our temptation. Does God need help in saving you? No. Does God need help in fixing your bad situation? No. God needs you to get out of the way and let him solve the bad situation. Oh, but God doesn't know the situation like I do, right? God needs help. But God says, behold, I'm making all things new. I'm not making all things new, and I'm using Jerry's help to do it. So often, we're all tempted. No, we had a bad situation. And in marriages, for example, we started off bad. So therefore, we're going to restart. God says, I hate divorce. God says, I hate sin. God says, I hate everything that is of the flesh. Well, everything but my flesh, because I'm entitled. Really? Is that what you think? How, fellow truth seekers, do you think you can help Jesus make your situation better? Only by accepting his plan, his salvation. And as Paul says, we have to die daily to this. and we have to live in the Spirit. And Jesus says, my kingdom's not of this world. Yeah, well, that's okay. I still got to live here during this world. So therefore, I need this. I'm entitled to this. And fellow truth seekers, we are not entitled to anything on this world other than the hope that is in Jesus. Thank you, and have a blessed day.